In this video, we'll just take a quick tour of Solidworks. So when you start up, you're going to have three options: make a part, an assembly, or a drawing. And we're always going to start by building a part. So click on part. And it may take a few minutes to get loaded. And this is your work area here. If you look across the top, here's where you're going to do saving of your files, opening of files, printing, etc. And here's your menu tools you're going to use for drawing. So whenever you're making a sketch, you're going to go to the Sketch tab, and here's your sketching tools: straight lines and circles and rectangles and so forth. If the items are grayed out, it's just because you're not able to use them at this particular time. For example, you can't trim anything yet until you start drawing some lines and so forth. And then under the Features tab is where you're going to find your extrusion tools. So you're going to have Extruded Boss Base and Revolve Boss Base. So those will be for creating positive volume spaces. We talked about that a little bit in that first intro. Whenever you're taking away material, you're going to use extruded cut, but again, it's grayed out because you have to extrude something. You have to create a volume before you can cut anything out of it. Over here, reference geometry is where your work planes and axes are. As you get to more complicated models, you'll be using those features right there. So primarily you'll be operating under the Sketch tab and the Features tab. And here's your part tree, and if you just run your cursor down, you'll see there's your planes, your front plane, top right side. If you ever want to make a plane visible, just right click it and click on the eye for show, and that'll make that plane stay visible. And you can see that that turns blue, it's highlighted. Again, right click, click on the eye, and it'll activate that third plane. So those are three planes. At the intersection there would be your origin, and this shows you your X, Y, Z axes. If you want to turn a plane off, you can either right click here and click on the hide, or you can come over here and right click on the edge of the plane itself, and you can hide it that way as well. And again, that'll be helpful as you get into more complicated objects. Now up here is some view tools. You can zoom, you can look at your different view orientations, your display style, so you can determine whether you want to be a wireframe or a solid shape. And then down here, this is pretty important, in the lower right hand corner, this is where you're going to activate the unit type. So IPS is inch, pound, seconds. If you're going to be doing a drawing in millimeters, you would click on that one. You can see the mmgs for millimeter, gram, seconds. Right? So it's always really important that you check that when you start your drawing, because if you start in the wrong unit, the whole thing's going to be wrong. Okay, so I think that's about it for just some basics of the work environment there.